In this video, we're going to do some guided practice on an exam question from the 2019 paper. It was question 3, so it was a 15-mark question. Okay, so 15 marks means 5 minutes. Okay, so you're allowed 5 minutes to do this. So what I want you to do is get your timer set up for 5 minutes and we'll get started. Now, it was on the water cycle, and I hope that you're going to find this question was really easy. Easy peasy. We've done the water cycle in way more detail in this. Let's go ahead and read what it says. The diagram below illustrates the water cycle. Some of the key stages of the water cycle are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the key stages. So let's look for the diagram. Where are they? So here's 1, and it's labeled with an arrow. So process, obviously. Here is 2, labeled with an arrow. Here is 3, and here is 4. Okay, so that looks fine so far, to be honest. Quite straightforward. And what does it say for us to do? What's the action? It says to complete the table below using the numbers. We've got to complete, that's the action, using the numbers 1, 2, 3, or 4 to match each of the labeled processes shown in the diagram with the correct description. Okay, so this looks really easy. Okay, I'm hoping that you guys are going to find this really easy as well. If you don't have the examples, what I want you to do now is I want you to pause the video, make a copy of this table. Okay, so you should only be watching now if you've made a copy of this table, or if you're working for the exam papers, you don't need to do that. Okay, so all you've got to do is read the processes and match them with the numbers in the diagram. Okay, so let's have a look here. We've got to put, obviously we want to use only each one, probably we only want to use each one once, and then we've got to use all 4, 1 to 4. Okay. So I'm going to find the one that looks easiest to me first. Straight away, I see this one here. Water falls to the earth as precipitation. Well, that looks definitely here really easily like number 3 to me. Okay, so I'm going to put number 3 in here. Okay, now I think you guys can easily do the rest of this. So I want you to pause the video and finish the other 3 now. Okay, so hopefully you've got the other 3 done. I'm looking here and I'm seeing that heat from the sun converts liquid water into vapor water. To me, that looks like this evaporation that's going on here. Sorry. And it looks like that process where the water is actually evaporating. And that, to me, is going to be number 1. Okay, so this is number 1. What else do I have here? I have plants. I see this one. Plants lose water through the process of transpiration. Well, that very definitely looks like this one here. And that's going to be number 4. Okay, and air currents move clouds. Sorry, cause clouds to move on shore. Well, this is the one that's showing clouds moving towards the shore. So that has to be number 2, and it is the last one left. It's always a good idea just to check over them that you've used them all, 1, 2, 3, and 4, good. And just double check everything again that they all make sense. So number 4 should be talking about plants. Yes, number 4 is talking about plants. So that looks good to me. Number 1 is heat from the sun converting liquid into vapor. Yeah, that's going to be that one there. Water falls as precipitation, good. And then number 2, air currents cause cloud to move on shore. Well, this is showing clouds moving towards the shore. Good. All right, let's pause the video. I'm sorry, not pause the video. Let's go to the next bit. In 2018, Ireland experienced low rainfall throughout the year. This led to water shortages and restrictions on water use. Describe one way in which water usage in a home could be reduced. Okay, so how do we reduce water usage in your home? Now, guys, this might be something that you actually never talked about with your teacher, but it's really common sensey. Okay, so literally describe any one way in which you could reduce water usage. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and write down a reason here. Okay, so it should only be playing again if you have written down an answer here. Okay, so we've been talking about reducing water usage. Reducing water usage, and so many things you can do here. Okay, so you can literally things like turn off the tap while you brush your teeth, you could spend less time in the shower, you could reuse reuse water that you've used for other things to maybe water plants instead of using fresh water from the tap. There's loads and loads and loads of things you could do. But I'm going to stick with a nice simple one, is turn the tap off when brushing the teeth. Turn tap off when brushing the teeth. That's what I'm going to say here. But any reason that you give or any way you give that can help to reduce water usage is going to be correct here. All right, so pause the video. Hopefully we haven't gone over the 5 minutes. It's time to go ahead and correct them. So we're going to drag over the marking scheme here. Okay, and as you see, there are 12 marks going for this first section up here. So 3 for each of these numbers. So this is really, really easy, guys. I'm hoping you're looking going, oh my God, this is so easy. And they should be in this order, 2, 3, 1, 4. That's what we've got, 2, 3, 1, 4. So there's 12 marks. And then we're moving to the next bit, and it just says there's so many valid answers that you could give. It just says any valid answer. Example, turning off taps or reduce flushing. So flush less often if possible. But literally anything that is correct way of reducing water usage and it makes sense, you can give yourselves the mark there. That's the other 3 marks for another 15 marks. Okay, so again, very, very possible to do really well in a science exam, as you can see. So that is question 3 on the 2019 paper. And see you in the next one.